What's up, y'all? Wenny here, and welcome back to the SCP Foundation Wiki. In this episode, we're going to be checking out the gas mask and also finally finishing the 1400s. I'm pretty sure I've been in the 1400s no less than a year. Glad to finally be free of those. After this, I'm not doing one entry per episode anymore because that takes too long. We're going back to 5. But for now, let's see what the gas mask is. It's safe! We actually made it out of the 1400s without a terrifying Keter at the end. But it still might be terrifying. 1499 is to be kept in a locked box guarded by 2 agents at all times. It used to require the authorization of a level 4 personnel, but now it is saying testing is to be discontinued indefinitely. Test subjects are to wear a small, full duplex 2-way radio underneath to maintain contact with researchers. Testing is to no longer be carried out by disposable dudes due to the risk of losing it. Should test subjects enter into any sort of danger, they are to remove 1499 immediately. But if the testing is to be discontinued, what was the point in saying any of the rest of that? Why was the whole thing not crossed out? Anyway, description. SCP-1499 is a Soviet GP-5 gas mask. See, there it is right there. A seal test performed on the subject. The object suggests that the object retains its original functionality. The anomalous effects activate when a human places it on their head. Approximately 1 second after it is fully secured, the subject vanishes from view and is no longer detectable. The subject reports no feeling of motion at this time. Testing has revealed that 2-way radios remain capable of receiving and transmitting despite the subject being undetectable. Upon wearing it, the test subjects report completely different surroundings than they were in prior to wearing it. Subjects have reported that it appears barren and inhospitable, with tall black towers filling the area. Subjects have also cited entities in this landscape. These entities, designated 1, have been described as tall, nude humanoids with dark skin that have a thick coat of an unknown viscous substance. Instances of 1 also have large amounts of eyes and mouths covering their body. Upon removing 1499 from their head, the subject reappears in the same location they were in when they put it on. For more information, see test log. Disposable lady found herself in a building of an unknown black substance. After surveying the room for approximately 15 seconds, reportedly heard sounds of movement and removed 1499 in a panic state, reappearing in the test chamber. First test involving 1499 to determine its effects. Due to the risk of losing it, trained agents are to be used in place of D-class subjects. Agent C found himself in the same room described by the disposable dudette. Approximately 2 minutes were spent exploring the room, which Agent C reported contained multiple hollow black tubes. The agent was capable of descending down the building without running into any interference. While reaching the 2nd floor, Agent heard sounds from the floor below. Agent hid himself behind one of the black cubes and observed 2 instances of 1. Agent then removed 1499. First sightings of 1. Agent C reports that he remained undetected by the instances. Agent U. Agent was selected due to her stealth training. She found herself in the same room as Agent C was in when he removed 1499. Some sounds of movement were heard on higher floors, prompting the agent to head downstairs and out of the building. Agent reportedly saw many instances of 1 wandering outside the building. Each individual seemed to have unique mutations and occasionally uttered low grating sounds. Agent successfully made her way past more of the structures while avoiding detection. She followed 4 instances of 1 for observation. The group encountered a 5th instance of 1, and one of the group stepped forward. Agent observed the 2 entities violently assault one another, coating the nearby ground and observing entities with unknown fluid and thick viscera. Agent removed 1499. The structure in which the disposable dudette appeared seems to be only one of many. Due to their violent nature, further exploration will require the agents be armed to defend themselves. Agent K, see exploration log, and the result is redacted, but the exploration log is here, so let's see what happened. Test commences. Agent K outfitted with a 2-way radio, earpiece, and a standard Foundation sidearm with additional ammunition. The agent's mission is reconnaissance. Places the 1499 on his head and vanishes. Doctor, can you hear me? Yes, Agent. What do you see? I'm between 2 of the structures. They resemble spires. Seem to be made of some hard black rock. Ground's the same. Have you made contact with any instances of 1? Not yet. It's hard to tell. The lighting here is odd. I'm having trouble seeing much. I'll see what I can do. The heck is that? Sounds of the agent moving quietly for approximately 5 minutes. God damn! There's a large group of them up ahead. They're all moving together into a huge building. Can you describe the structure, Agent? Yeah, it's big, very big. There aren't many structures around it. It is quite elaborate. I see a large amount of towers and spikes. Looks like there's blood on it. Agent, can you get a closer look? There's some sort of bridge to it. I'm moving in. Approximately 3.5 minutes later, I'm at the side of the structure. There looks to like some sort of door here, smaller than the big one in the front. I'm going through it now. Visceral sounds are heard for a few seconds. What was that, Agent? Not sure. Coming from further inside, I'm taking a look. Sounds like grating and grinding heard coming from multiple sources. Agent? Agent, what do you see? Jesus, there's a lot of them in there. They're all in a giant group. Their mouths are all open, even the ones on the bodies. I think that sound is coming from them. Can you hear that? That sound is coming through, Agent. Try to get a better look. Okay, they're all facing one direction. Let me see if I can look. Sounds like grating continues for 20 seconds. They're all facing one of them standing on a platform. There are large amounts of bodies around him. They've stopped vocalizing or just looking at the one up front. Loud visceral sounds returns. It appears the one in the front is... Hold on, I can't see. It's cutting open its own torso. There is some sort of worm-like creature spilling out of it. Agent, what is happening? I can't hear... Wait. Above its head, I think I see... There's something in its torso that's creating some sort of light. There's a beam going up from it into the air over its head. What's happening? Agent, keep talking. I think it's opening some sort of portal, and it's summoning something. The entity is summoning something. I think I see something coming through the portal. It looks like a massive version of one of the worms that came out of the entity's chest. I think the glowing object in that entity's torso is holding the portal, but I can't let that thing through. I have to stop it. Agent? Sounds of the agent running and gunfire. The grating noise returns louder than before. Sounds of stone objects and bodies falling down. Visceral sounds from the air. I've almost got more visceral sounds. Closer to the agent now. Got it now. The remainder of the agent's sentence is unheard as he removes 1499. Agent appears in test chamber, covered in blood and holding a human heart. It's alright, I've got... Agent looks at the heart in his hand and yells, dropping it. End of log. Addendum E. On Sunday, June 3rd, a man dressed in a suit and wearing a gas mask attacked the Cathedral of Christ the Savior in Moscow, Russia during morning services. The man reportedly shot 10 people, including a chanter and a priest. 6 churchgoers were killed and 3 others, including the chanter, are in critical condition. The suspect charged the front of the cathedral and allegedly produced a knife and removed the priest's heart. The subject then appeared to vanish entirely before multiple witnesses. Moscow police have been unable to find any trace of the attacker. Our operatives are working undercover, and Russian media and military are currently working to defuse the situation. Officially, the attacker was a Nikolai Orlov, resident of Moscow, who was acting alone. Orlov went missing a few years ago, allowing our agents more time to keep the situation under control. Agent K is currently being detained for questioning regarding the situation. He maintains his claim that everything occurred as he reported. Our recordings of Exploration 1499D corroborate his story. When questioned as to the reasoning behind his actions, Agent K stated that he believed that what he saw being summoned had to be stopped. Agent is currently scheduled for psychiatric evaluation. We cannot risk another incident. All testing is discontinued until further notice. All information regarding Exploration 1499D is to be restricted to personnel with level 5 clearance until the situation has been brought under control. Detain Agents UNC as well as D67393 for questioning. It is unknown at this time if the hallucinatory effects of 1499 have any permanent effects. I don't want to run the risk of one of our own agents seeing all of our researchers as monstrosity and going on a shooting spree inside one of our facilities. 05 blank. Okay, yeah, so like I said, even though we got out without having any other terrifying Keters, that did not mean that the entry was not still terrifying. So, that was a quick 9 minutes. That's going to do it for this episode. If you liked it, a like and subscribe would be groovy. If you didn't, you need to do either one of those things. If you want to click the bell, you can do that as well so that you're notified of future uploads. And I'll see you in the next one, which will finally be the 1500s and longer than this. Later.